Hey everybody, how's everybody doing today? Welcome to my Tuesday photo editing live stream where you can submit your images for me to edit here on live in the stream, and then also I always put out my pictures so that you guys can edit them. I always love seeing what you guys do with my images, and I always try to pick out images that have potential. You know, they're not going to be easy, but there's definitely, I think, potential in them to get something decent out of it, hopefully. You know, not always. Sometimes, you know, it's a total loss, right? But it's always fun to see what I do with your image. Maybe I give you some ideas, maybe you learn some tips on how to edit pictures, you know, using Workspace or Lightroom, but you know, and getting that different perspective. But I think it's also really interesting to see what, you know, a dozen photographers would do with the same image, right? A dozen different people would do it the same image, and that's why I put mine out there, so we can see, you know, everybody's different type of how they see it, a scene, right, and how they would edit it. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Let me. I didn't line up my windows yet. Hold on. I never give myself enough buffer between streams. You know, it'd be simple enough to just end the stream, you'd think, but hold on. I'm trying to line up. There, that's that. Oh, my mistake. One more time. There and there, and move over. Okay, it says here, let's see, Wu Dang's back. Awesome. Serge, good to see you. Jeff Painter, Walter, good morning. And DeMorkin's back. Never used Workspace before I started watching. Now I use it before Lightroom on some photos. Yeah. I definitely like Workspace for a lot of different images. I've been using Lightroom lately, but Workspace is usually my go-to as well. And you like the edit that I gave you guys this week, huh? Okay, cool. And Ed's back. All right, Scott Munford. Wow, hey, good morning. Hopefully you wake up in the morning. You're not like a night shift guy. And you just edited. I'll look. If it's not there, I'll go back and try and get it for you, DeMorkin. I'm sorry, Roberto. And Simon Giddings, hi. Good to see you. Okay, 3 hours of sleep. Oh my goodness. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Let me fix this one window. And we're good. All right, so as always, I start out with everything that Olympus Workspace can handle, but then if there's like DNGs or Nikon or Canon, Fuji, other types of raw images and stuff have to go into Lightroom, and I do that after I go through Workspace. So I'm just, honestly, I'm more comfortable with Workspace than I am Lightroom, because it's more limited, right? Oh, wait a minute, you can't see my screen yet. Hold on. There we go. All right, so the first image here we have is DeMorkin, and we have a residential property here. Wow, what a nice yard. I just can't imagine, you know, to buy these kind of houses, you got to have money, you know, to keep up with the landscaping and everything. I could never manage a property that big myself. I mean, I dread just thinking about raking the leaves in my own yard, and I have less than an acre. This is like probably 7 or 8 acres minimum that I can see right here based on this fence line. But okay, where's my timer? Let's get started. Oh, thank you, DeMorkin. First time here, huh, Scott? Awesome. Awesome. What do you shoot with? You shoot Olympus and use Workspace? I'm just curious. Okay, I'm gonna crop this road out. Let me just work on a little bit of the composition first. Let's do a 16 by 9. There. And then I'm gonna try and just eyeball it here for balance. So we got about 1/3 lawn, a little less than a third here in the middle, and I like the weight of the tree over here, and that's enough sky. So this composition I think works. It just needs a little straightening. So I'm going to click my lines here. I mean, I almost don't need this here, but let me just... Wow, this is really crooked. That looks about right. Still feels a little bit off. One more click. All right, there. And then turn off these lines. No, it's fine, Serge, if you sent 2 photos, because it's such a small group here anyway. You know, it doesn't matter. I'm not a, you know, I don't mind people breaking rules in this, and when it's a small group like this. When you have to manage an entire country, yeah, breaking rules is a problem, but just a small group like this, yeah, it's fine. You know, I just want to see what the sky looks like with this filter. I don't think I'm going to use this filter, but actually that doesn't look bad just like that. But let me see if I can do the same thing with some dehaze and stuff. I need to get over here. No adjust color. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to give the EXIF. EM10 Mark II with a Lumix G25 f1.7. So 25mm prime, 1/500th. You dialed in a -1 EV, so good settings. Good settings, perfect to save the highlights and everything. Let me just crank in a bunch of dehaze. Yeah, that's good enough. I just wanted to see, sometimes I just pop a filter on just to see where things are at. There's only 2 colors here, this gray and this green, so I'm going to go with a monochrome on this. I just don't see any point to stay color. And then let me add a touch of clarity. And I'm partial to black and white images anyway. I'm just going to crank this up right there. I'm going to put a red filter in to kind of bring the greens down a little bit. Oh, not a green filter. Well, green doesn't look bad actually. Let me try red. Red should pull these greens down just a tad. All right. And then let me just tint it a little bit. Let me do the highlights in blue and just pull the shadows down like so. There, that looks good. And a slight vignette. Maybe about a -7. I don't have a blue filter, Wudang. I have red, yellow, orange. That's it. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, yellow, orange, red, green. Okay, time's up. So that looks good. Let's do a before and after. Yeah, I mean, I could have done a little better with the contrast. I would like a little bit more punch. Let me just, sometimes after you look at it, you just want to give it a little bit more. There. A little more. And then pull the sky in. All right, now it's done. Sorry. Now I brought the sky in. I'd like to do a little more on the grass, get more texture in, but that pretty much sums it up. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, next one. Thank you, DeMorcan. Nice shot. Let's see what we have here. I'll look for any late entries towards the end. Walter and anyone else that may have submitted it. Okay, so we have here, we use the 7 Mark III, 28 to 75, f2.8, and f8 1/200th of a second, -1 EV. Good settings, but with this particular, this must be your monochrome profile that you talked about, right? The rich monochrome. Man, this thing really pushes the highlights way out of range, doesn't it? I'm not going to be able to recover anything here with a JPEG, but I like this rich monochrome. I don't think I need to do anything. What's up with all the bicycles, man? The picture you sent in on Sunday had like 100,000 bicycles in it too. Look at this. This is crazy. Honestly, Wudang, I wouldn't touch this. Maybe just add some tint is all I can think of. Let me just pull it here and then push the highlights up into the blues. Maybe a slight tilt. It feels just a little bit crooked. And the vignette. A little bit of dehaze. Maybe a little more. I'm just looking right here when I'm hitting the dehaze button. And then I just, just overview what happens down here, but I'm more interested in I'm more interested in the textures here when I'm doing the dehaze. Okay. That feels like it almost had no effect. Let me turn it off. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, okay. And then let me push all the channel colors just a little bit this way and this way. Crank in maybe about a 4 sharpness. And I think that's it. So, okay. So there's a before and after, very subtle. Compositionally, with so many bicycles in there, you have to keep them all. So there's nowhere to crop if you want to keep them all. I'm debating, I still got like half a minute. I'm debating a vertical crop because the people are not that interesting in this. Oops, I keep hitting the wrong. Let me see what that looks like. I think that's actually a little more interesting. Just the bicycles. And forget the people in the shot. So that's the before and after. It's a little harsh on the contrast. Let me just pull the contrast back. Or I can pull the dehaze back. But I think this is a better way to go. Because the people on the right now are just distracting from what's really interesting about this scene is all of these bicycles. I think the vertical works better. You guys like this vertical better than the horizontal? I don't know. I think it looks better. That's what I would do if it were my picture. All right, let's see. We have one here from Roberto, and he's using the EM10 Mark II with a 17 f1.8 at f5.6 1/200th ISO 200. So all good settings. Solid. So a very soft monochrome. Is this the raw image? So I have some options here. Let me see what the color look like. This color, actually black and white might work if I put a red filter, if the greens get crushed down, but not enough. Because these are a lot of yellows. Let me try a green filter. Maybe the stones will stand out better. Oh, where's my timer? Here. Let me try green. I want the stones to get darker, but nope. So the colors. Oh, this is a little bit harder to figure out. If the grass was a little greener, I think that would create enough contrast between life and death, right? Because really green grass would be sort of like life, and if there was more flowers, then I would keep this color. But because the grass is not, it's not exuding a lot of vibrance, in my opinion. Let me just try and pop it. No. So let's do soft focus and a monochrome. Yeah, I'd have to do, Chuck, I'd have to do that. I'm sorry, DeMorgan, I'd have to do that in Lightroom. And then let's just compress the dynamic range here. Right there, right there. Let me go ahead and put the red filter. I might have to even do a low key. Let me see if that helps. It does a little bit. Let me reset this. Some vignette. Let me throw the sharpness back in, turn off this filter, and compositionally, I wish there was a little more headroom back here. I'm going to try and add some depth to it. So where's my, let me go a little bit wider. Okay, I think that works. If I can get a little more definition in the, because I want to, you know, getting in closer, you can almost read this now, right? The tones are so close together, it's hard to isolate out just the tones on the rock here without a brush or something. It does not have clarity. Well, it does have clarity. Let me, dang, I'm out of time, but let me crank up. Let me crank up some of this and this. I don't know if it'll work, the clarity on that, but I have to back these off a bit. All right, let's leave it here because I'm out of time. But this is the kind of the direction I would go. Just a little bit less contrast here. Maybe what I need. Oh, I don't have that choice. All right, so right there. Okay, let's look at before and after. So yeah, this composition over here on the left was just this space here just didn't help at all. So I thought kind of a vertical was a little bit too tight, so going square I think worked better. I really need to work on the tones a little more, but that's the direction I would go with the tones on this. Right? If we look at it by itself, I think that's working. Okay. Yeah, and Darktable. Yeah, I got to get around to using Darktable here soon. Let's see. This is one. Stephen Page submitted this late on Sunday, so I don't know if you're here, Stephen. Sorry I didn't get to this one, but we can do it today. All right, this is a JPEG, and wow, an old Sony A58 with a 50mm f4 1/200, so all good settings. This has actually got almost enough color to keep it in color, but not quite. There's primarily just this one color, but I like the composition. I'm going to do the same thing here. Compress it. Just compress the but really tight. Yeah, Halloween special, right? I know. Let's go a little heavier on the vignette on this one because there's lots of sky. See if I can do this without making it look like a vignette. No, let's stay at about 10. Let's make this one a little bit grittier since we have really good sharp focus here. Meaning, you know, the lettering and everything's not obstructed by grass, so I think on this one we can go a little bit stronger. Let me push the highlights a little bit more. I'm going to pull the blacks. I'm thinking square crop again because these trees, they should be adding to the scene. They feel a little bit distracting to me. Let me see if that, no, nope. 3x2. Maybe. I wish I could soften those trees. Let me pull the highlights down. Yeah, I can't get the trees to come off. All right, I'm gonna go with that. Maybe some skewing. Do I have any keystoning issues? Yeah. Let me try. just a little bit. I mean, I kind of like the crookedness of it, actually. And I don't think keystoning is the right move here. Although it's a natural thing for me, I kind of like the way it's tilted. It just makes it a little more rustic. All right. Let's do a before and after. Wow. Yeah, that's better. I mean, I feel like we could have stuck with the color. I bet if I just turn this into color, it would look really good too. Because now I'm looking at it a little bit larger on the screen. That red door is interesting accent to the image. I think, let me just pop it in the color just to see what it looks like. And then I would just pull off the saturation. And sorry, when I saw the red door in the image, I just felt like that was a neat little accent. Let me just pull a dark luminance. All right, now I'm done. For whatever reason, I just like that door. I think this looks good. It looks good in color. It's almost monochrome. I like that. All right, now we're done. Access to the dungeon, right? And Manish says, are you going to edit the photos from Sunday chat as well? I submitted one but didn't get a chance to edit it due to the shortage of time. I'm a little confused. Do you want me to, are you editing my picture or you want me to edit your picture? If you sent a picture in and it was late, it'll be here. So we'll see. When I get done with all of these, just text me or chat back and let me know. Wow, this is nice, Gilbert. It's pretty much done. Yeah, really nice. Little sleeping tiger or leopard. Yeah, nothing for me to do here. I don't think I need to do anything. It's nice and sharp, a little bit over sharpened. So what you can do is if you use Lightroom, just turn the detail slider down a little bit and it'll get rid of some of these artifacts in the sharpening. I would do that. Yeah, a little bit over sharpened. That's about it. Okay, let's see what else we got here. This one here is from Gilbert also. So, you know, I'm not really into critiquing photos, but I can offer some tips. Yeah, same thing. You're a little bit heavy-handed on the sharpening. So do a little more masking and turn the detail slider down if you're using Lightroom. But other than that, you did a really good job with the tones and everything. I wouldn't do anything different. I like this. But if you're printing, this probably won't make any difference. But if you're pixel peeping, you can see the little artifacts. Okay. And this is a TIFF. I have to come back to that one in Lightroom. And this one is Image Writer, raw image. Wow. Okay, so this is this one won't be too hard. I think a square crop. I always like square crops when it comes to flowers, and then we'll do just rule of odds on this. And then let's just, do I have any color control? Nope. So let me just back off the color a little bit. And throw in some vignette because this left side's a little bit too light. So vignette will sort of temper the lighting on the left. Okay. And we got plenty of sharpening, but I'll just add a little bit more. And I think, oh, I'm sorry, I always forget to do the EXIF. EM10 Mark II with a kit lens, 14 to 42 at 42 millimeters, f5.6, 1/1000th. So yeah, this is really strong lighting. But yeah, good settings, I think. Gosh, I wish I could do a little more. I might have to back the color off a little bit. Because these colors are really strong. I need to make sure I don't. Okay, let me back the color off a little more. Let's go low key. Yeah, that's better. And back this off a little more, then I can reset my tone curve and try one more time. And then we'll call it. Because now, where are we? Okay, right in here. Okay, let me see the before and after real quick. All right. A little less color. And let me just try pale light and color too real quick. I'm gonna play with this for a second. So I'm just trying to mute the colors a little bit. But I'm not getting anywhere with that filter. So let me just go back. Actually, that filter was kind of helping. Let me try one more time. I got 3 seconds here. Oops, reset. All right, I guess I should call it. All right, before and after. So yeah, the main thing here is just cropping in to get the rule of odds, and then vignetting this. The ground here was just a little bit too bright, so I just vignetted the heck out of it. And I think I saved the detail. Yeah, the detail and the colors are still pretty much unchanged with the flowers. That's why I had to use the muted filter, because when I was working with the tone curve, it was just saturating the colors too much. So tacking on that that filter helped mute the colors a little more so that they stay true, you know. But okay, I think we're done there. But good shot. I would really like to work with the colors a little more. Let me try muted profile on top. Yeah, that helps. That's where I should have started, is with a muted profile. How about monochrome? All right, that's enough of that. So muted, final answer. Oh, we have so many here. I better hurry up. Hold on. Sorry, I turned the audio off. Yeah, so it's already cropped in. That's all I was saying. It's already cropped in and the colors are good. And I'm just backing off some of the magenta. And that's it. So I don't think you're going to be able to tell any difference. I just pushed the shadows a little bit with gradation and then adjusted the white balance so that, you know, his face here is a little bit whiter than over here. It's very pink. Maybe it is in real life, I don't know, but this looks a little more natural here if it's a little bit whiter. But yeah, nice shot. This was the 45mm f1.8 right here, Roberto. So yeah, really, he had to be standing like really close to get a shot this tight. Because let me see, based on the image size, what is it? He cropped in down to 1448 by 1158. So he cropped in pretty tight, but he still got really good detail out of this lens. Really good. And he shot this at f7.1. Yeah, excellent. Lauren's very competent photographer. All right, let's see. This is from Ed Krisiak. We have a train. We have a guy here. Oh, too bad he's really blurry. It'd have been nice. And I like the trees up here. Okay, let's see if we can bring out the trees a little more. Let's warm it up to maybe 6000K. That should help. Maybe a little warmer, 6500. And some dehaze and clarity. Oh, what's the EXIF real quick? EM5 Mark III, 40 to 150 Pro at 120mm, f2.8, 1/250 the second, ISO 200. Spot meter, interesting. What were you spot metering? But okay, good settings otherwise. Some more dehaze, a little bit of clarity. And I'm going to just go right here. And I should have individual color control because now I see some blue in this train. Oh, wow, I wish I had more than a couple of minutes here. But let me push the, oops. Let me push the oranges, yellows and reds, and this blue. And then luminance wise, let me see, the reds, the blues. Let me add a little bit to the blue. I'm going to pull back on the oranges. So I feel like this is a little bit too bright here. And I'm going to pull back on some of this saturation here. Add a little bit to the blue. And then let's just, at this point I can pull everything back. Maybe about one. Maybe a little bit more. Okay, that feels good. And a slight tilt. Maybe a slight crop and tilt. Let's do... Let me pull up some lines here. I feel like this building is right there. See, this crooked pole is throwing me off. I wonder if I can, whoops. All right, that's good. Oh, I'm out of time. All right. So let me just do a couple last minute things here. Do I need to push the hues in the background a little bit? Maybe just a tiny bit, but I didn't even get a chance to touch on this. Okay, well, like I said, I got a lot of pictures today, so I need to move along. But yeah, so basically it's just contrast and pushing certain colors, and then cropping in. This crooked telephone pole just was the only problem. But now we have this little more balance with the train a little bit over to the right. And this guy feels like he's a little bit more in the frame instead of kind of, he's like just a small guy over here. But I think over here on the right, he's a little more prominent by cropping in closer. If anything, I would crop in a little tighter, but it's a really nice image. Okay, let's go to the next one. This is from Manish. Okay, Manish, here's your picture. Okay, thanks, guys. It was raining slightly. Okay, that would explain why I had to dehaze a little bit, Ed, on that picture. I should have, you know, it'd be neat though. In the rain, you can use flash, and it should bring out the rain droplets a little bit more, just like it does for snow. But okay, let me see this one. Let's look at the EXIF real quick. EM10 Mark II, 14 to 150 kit, f5 1/80th. All good settings. Dialed in a -7. Perfect. I'd have probably done the same because you're trying to save a little bit of the sky highlights, right? But with scenes like this, when the sky is so bright, even if you save the highlights, I don't think it helps the image. I would ignore the image, and I'm gonna crop the heck out of it. That's basically what I'm saying. I don't want any of that sky, actually. And maybe we'll do a vertical and just come in. Is that too much road, or? I like these three trees here. I don't want to lose those, but I don't like this crop because now I got these trees in the image. I think I'm gonna go with that. 2 minutes to figure out a crop. And I'm gonna bring some of the shadows back. Just for that, and then I'm gonna crush them back down with some dehaze. And okay. Feel like sorry, music. Yeah, I hate when that happens. It's too bad, you know, work gets in the way of like my streams. Everybody just quit your job so you can watch my streams, okay? See. I feel like I'm losing it here. Why is this just oh, I'm working with a JPEG, no wonder. Okay, Manish, I got it. I was like, why am I struggling here? And then now I just realized I'm working with a JPEG because it's not doing exactly what I was expecting. Let me straighten that a tiny bit. And 30 seconds left. What else can I do? Let's see, this sky. Yeah, this sky is way up there. I don't think. Yeah, I don't want to mess with this dot. We'll leave that alone. I think we're good. Maybe just, I'm not sure if I should cool it off a tiny bit or warm it up. That little magenta. A little less magenta. All right, I'm gonna call it. Yeah, I'm out of time. Okay. It needs some vignette. Now I'm gonna call it. Nice heavy vignette like that. All right, so there's before and after. A really pretty scene. I should have cropped in a little bit more. Just up to the one tree. I feel like a little bit tighter. Just a hair too much road in there. Yeah, that'll work. If I had the JPEG, I'd start pushing and pulling some other things, but if I had the raw image. But as it stands, I think that looks pretty good. And then, sorry, I keep going over my time. I'm going to throw in a soft focus. And then pull in the shadows again. Like so. That's another way you can go. There's before and after. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So either way, soft focus, no soft focus. It's just a matter of keeping the tone curve, you know, the contrast in there. All right. No, it's okay. That's your first time sending one in, Manish? Awesome. Keep sending them. I will work hard for 4 minutes or more. Let's see. This is from Thanos. What did we do EXIF wise? We have a EM10 Mark II with the 20mm Panasonic. This is a great lens. At f4 150, that's so all good settings. I assume you're going for this motion blur. Too bad it's not like a single guy on a bike. These two guys put together just is a little bit. Since there's two people, I'd rather have them nice and sharp so you can see them interacting with each other versus when it's kind of blurry. Then a single thing would be better. Single guy. But yeah, this is definitely a little bit crooked here. I'm just going to straighten it. But yeah, beautiful sky and water. I think all I need to do is vertical on this. And then have them coming with their bikes into the frame, get rid of this. How come it's not staying 4x3? Just have them riding into the frame. And a slight more tilt. Okay, some dehaze for the sky. Maybe a little more. Good. I have no saturation control. Let me add some gradation. And let's try vivid. All right, let's go with the tone curves from here. So I don't want to crush the blacks too much, but I want to bring the sky in. Put this pin here. And bring the sky in a little bit without. Okay, good. And let's add some magenta back in. And let's go to 7000K. Maybe pull that off. This street is just crooked compared to the horizon line. I'm gonna fix this. Let me turn off this filter. Yeah, let's do that. Where's my keystoning? There. Gosh, that was driving me nuts. Just a little bit back. Okay, time's up. Let's do a before and after. So I just went with the vertical because there's just too much empty space. And there's enough of the sky. And of course I cropped out the bottom here. And just did lower right thirds on the framing. I think that looks pretty good. I just wanted to save some of the shadow. Yeah, everything looks good. Maybe a little bit warmer. Needs about 1 degree to the right. Yeah, it's just a little bit off, right? But okay, that's kind of the direction I would go. All right, let's go to, that's the one I just did. Let's do this one. This is from Neo. This is a TIFF file. Wow, I think I might do this one in Lightroom. Well, no, I'm here. Let me just do it. See if I can save any of the foreground. Oh, I don't think I can. Warm it up a bit. All right, let me pull some of the blacks. Yeah, all the color's gone on those trees. So I think I think what I'll do is I'll just silhouette the trees and go with the sky. So let me turn my gradation back off. Down here back to auto. What are these things? Ducks. Okay. I don't know, Neo. What the heck is the size of this image though? 8700 wide. Holy crap. So this must be a high-res shot. What did you use here? EM10 Mark III. So this is a pano. All right, so you did a pano and stitched it together. If you're 8700 pixels wide, this has to be like a multi-shot stitch. Man, I'm not able to do anything though because the shadows are so far gone. Sorry, Neo, that's all I can do. I'm gonna call it here early. Because the color in the trees, either they're underexposed so much that the colors are gone, or they're really gone because it's late in the fall, so there's not much color left anyway. But that's the best I can do. This is the kind of image that I don't know what I would do differently in the field. But this is the kind of image you have to spend a lot of time to make look really good. I'm not going to be able to do much more in 4 minutes. Because it would require some light painting over here to kind of make it look more like twilight hour. A little light painting here. I don't know. Okay, image writer, but thanks for sending that in. And then Simon, we have a portrait kind of pretty lady here. Let's see. It's weird that this is crooked here. So she's got to be on a hill. I don't know if straightening this makes any sense though. Because then she'll be leaning backwards, right? Yeah, if I straighten this, it's just gonna... Yeah, that looks stupid. Let me just straighten one line, at least. This fence line. Right there. And then let's see where her center of gravity is. That's about right. I guess that'll work. It's kind of like she's right. Tough call. Let's see what we used here. EM1X with a 40 to 150 f2.8, 150 millimeters f2.8, 1/800,000. All good settings. I think with this shot, you could have probably cut your ISO down to 400 and shutter speed down a little bit. Okay, compositionally, I kind of like this house in the background, but then maybe, again, just having her walk into the frame. Too bad this fence line is cutting off her head here. Need a little more headroom. That's okay. Right there. A little bit of vignette. Maybe go to a portrait. And tiny bit of the haze. Just in this case for the grass. What do we do here? He dialed in some shadow highlight stuff already. What if I go a little stronger on that? No. These are good. These are pretty good settings. Okay. Right there. Man, I had it before. What happened? Skin tones are here. Maybe some clarity will help. I mean, the haze. Oh, I'm out of time. All right, let me just add a little more vignette and call it. I wish I don't want to jack this up too much, right? All right, I have to call it. So there's a before and after. I I mean, it was a really nice shot, just straight out of camera, right? With the few adjustments you dialed in. It looks like you dialed in some highlight shadows already. But yeah, I just threw on a soft focus, then added the haze and sharpness back in. I wish we had a little bit more. I don't know. I'm not a portrait guy. So it was a really nice shot straight out of camera, but but yeah, Simon. Oh, you're here. Hi. Good. I think soft focus, without soft focus, doesn't matter really. This is a really good shot as it is. I would just watch this horizon here, chopping off her head. It's always nice to have the person with a background that's pretty much has the same texture across the whole background. Even though it's blurred out, you still got that separation. But I would just be conscious of this. I think that's what's throwing the image off a little bit for me is this background. But really good shot. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, this is cool. Trevor, what did you shoot here? This has got to be EM1 Mark III with a 12 to 40. 12 millimeters, f13. Holy crap. What was the thinking there? 1/6 of a second. So you're just testing your hand holding ability or what? Oh my goodness. What is the logic in f13 here? And you used a flash, it looks like. Maybe a flash, I'm not sure. It looks a little flashy to me. But I like this. This is cool. I like the little story here. So yeah, let's do instant film. Maybe. Let me look at one other. Keyline. Keyline, and then pull this back. Add a little bit of shadows back in. A little bit of straightening. Maybe go with a 16:9. And all right, I'm gonna call it early here. Let's see, Microsoft Defender did not find any threats. Okay, good. There's that. The other direction I can go, so I'd probably stop right here normally. The only other direction I might consider is the diorama filter. And then I would have to I'd have to brighten everything back up. So but yeah, the diorama filter is not really working here. Why not? Yeah, so I think my my original image here is where I'm going to end it. All right, so basically what? I cropped in the 16:9 and I saved everything that needs to be saved in the story. So we can see the cop, the Rice Krispies being stolen by this burglar. And then a little straightening and keyline. Okay, let's go into Lightroom and see if I missed anything, and then we can review the viewer edits. Come on, Lightroom. This was from my last video I was working on. All right, so let me synchronize this folder. Turn off all my metadata or attributes. All right, good. And then let me resize this. There. All right, so I haven't done this one. And I'm sure I've done all of these. Oh, this is from, oh, okay, no, this is new. That one I did, but that was a JPEG, that's why. All right, so I think we're good. It was only two other ones here. Right, let me turn that off, turn that off. All right, so this is from Dawood, and he used the Canon EOS 100, 180th ISO 500. I guess that's okay. Oh, hey Dawood, how are you? 25mm f4. So this is an adapted lens, maybe, because I'm not seeing the EXIF data for it. So what do we got? We got coffee, we got some apples, we got this counter. So let's crop in. Oh, where's my timer? Let's get rid of all of that. Come up here. Maybe, let's see, do we have any hope of using a Fibonacci spiral? An EFM. That's weird, I don't have the EXIF data on this, because these are blank over here. I don't think this works. Let me try a different one. Okay. Let's see what auto does. Good. And get rid of a little bit of the color noise, just a hair. A little bit of regular noise, good. And then we can sharpen, pull this back, mask it right about there. Back. Okay. So we need some dehaze now. There. And then some, let's do some vignette maybe. Some feathering. Oh, okay, Peter, I'll take a look. After I finish these two, I'll go back to my submission page and see what else came in. Because I'm not sure if you're the only one. I'm gonna get rid of some of these harsher. No, that's not gonna work. maybe just a heel brush. Feather the heck out of it. Ah. Well, that's sucking. It looks better with the shine. I'll leave it for now. Okay. So that's that. Bring the blacks in a little more. I think I may have over sharpened a bit. So a little more noise reduction. And then I'll bring it back with texture. All right, that's better. Okay. Dang it, I just don't like this one. But I'm out of time, so it needs to be a little warmer. Okay, so before and after. That's not bad. That came out good. I would love to spend some time and light paint this and really crush the blacks a little bit more. But I think that came out all right for a 4-minute edit. But I would definitely, I'd want to crush the blacks like this and then brush back in a little bit of light. But okay. Since I'm out of time, let's go to the next one. That was yours? Okay. Anyway, there you go, Dawood. You said you cropped only on the coffee. Interesting. You didn't keep the bowl. Yeah, a square crop would do it, right? Like this. But yeah, that's too much. Anyway, let's see what we got here. This is from John Follows with a TIFF. All right. McLaren. So we did the Sony 7R Mark II, 36mm, 24-70 f2.8. Nice settings here. F4 ISO 200. So all good. Man, it's just a black car. Nice car though. The bowl has the distracting line above it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't notice that, but I guess if I go back now, I probably would, right? Let me just click auto and see if there's any hope here. It's just tough when there's really strong lighting. I think this little area here, how close can I crop this? All right, that's close enough. I need a little more headroom. Okay, that's fine. All right, I'm gonna do, oh, where are my freaking colors at? Here. I'm gonna pull everything back except the blue. Let me do this. Put the blue back in. All right, now let's see. Clarity, texture, maybe about there. Okay, some vignette. Bring it all the way in. Nope. I'm gonna have to do it this way. Kind of like actually a little bit of saturation there. Give it a little headroom. And then brighten it up. And pull it back. My feathering at. Let me back this off. Oh, I'm out of time. Sorry. All right. Dang it. It needs maybe a little bit there. Bring the highlights back in. All right, I think, yeah, that's all I can do in 4 minutes. So, let's see what that looks like. Man, I tried. I like kind of the colors in the black paint, so I just wanted to keep the color on the car and mute everything else. Because the color everywhere else would overpower the car's color, you know, the reflection of the car color. So that's kind of the direction. I would need to brush in a little more light in the front. Because I always like to fake the headlights a little bit. Let's make those kind of bluish. And bring the exposure up. And then just brush in. Oh, not that blue. Kind of like that. Usually a little fog light down here. And then add some light in the front. right? Sorry guys, I just like cars. What can I say? Let me pull this back. Pull this in. But yeah, so I brightened the front up. Like I would light paint the heck out of this shot if I had the time. This would be a fun picture to really edit and make it really cool, I think. But okay, let me check the thing, because people said they sent some late entries in, right? Okay, okay, looks like 3. I can do 3 real quick. If you guys can, I'm gonna do quick ones on these. So save that. There. I see one from Roberto, one from Peter Beeks. This one is, I can't read the name, but it starts, oh, Walter. Walter sent this one. And then one from Wudang, another black and white. Okay, I already did one from Wudang today, so I think I did this. All right, let's resynchronize the folder. It's coming. All right, okay, Wudang, this is your second one for the day, but this is cool. It just needs a vertical crop and a slight tilt. This will be a fast one, I think. Maybe just square. Let me get rid of this window. So just a square and a slight tilt. And that's it. Okay, quick and easy. I know, right? And I could auto that a little bit. It looks better straight out of camera, just like that. All right, what's next here? This is from Walter. Right? Am I right? Yeah, Walter Rowe. Okay. Let's see. What's that kid doing? Got his mind on something. This is a fishing pole. So he's like done fishing, getting ready to go home. And these women are just bored to tears. Okay, massaging the stones. I don't know what's going on there. The dude's sitting. Another fan. Okay, so honestly, the people are too small to build a story. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna crop. So, let me crop vertically and and just share this story here of this family's fishing. I mean, that's a tight crop, man. There's still lots of detail though, right? Z7, so we got a lot of megapixels to work with. All right, so we'll do that. I mean, the people are still kind of getting lost in the image, but click there. See if I can exaggerate the colors a little bit. That's maybe a bit too much. Right there. I'm going to warm it up a tiny bit more. I'm going to pull the blacks in. A slight tilt this way. Not happy with that. Just a little bit of sharpening. I mean, I'm just going to work with the whole scene through it. All right. Okay. More. Four seconds. Oh man, I'm not sure where. All right. I'm gonna call it. Yeah, I was concentrating, right, Simon? Well, there's a lot of pressure on me for this particular image because I've known Walter a long time. So I have to do a good job in the sense, I don't know why. I just felt like I had to really do a good job, so I really wanted to focus. But there you go, Walter. I just had to soften it up a little bit. It was just a little bit too strong, the details, and the scene was so big that the kind of interesting little stories going on with the people kind of got lost, I think, in the picture. So that's the full scale image. And I tried to separate the colors a little bit, but I couldn't. I couldn't do it in the 4 minutes. But there you go. I think it's a little softer, a little bit softer and a little warmer, my version anyway. Okay, yeah, the people had this sense of scale, but then like 1 or 2 people would be good, but all these people, I don't know. All right, this is EM10 Mark II, 14 millimeter, dialed in a +7 EV, 2/3 of a stop. Why? Interesting though, the skies didn't blow out even when you did that f5. Wow, this good settings. I guess I can't complain. I'm not sure why you dialed in a +2/3. Maybe because of the people here. This is from Peter Breaks. Okay, oh, Peter was here earlier, I think. Oh, hopefully you're still here. If not, hopefully you're catching this. Wow, there's green, there's red splash, and there's blue. So there's really good colors here. I want to try and save them, because a black and white just automatically makes this really nice, but that's because I like black and white. Let me see if I can come up with some sort of composition though. Just pull up my normal rule of thirds and see where everything is. I feel like just, what is this lady? Oh, she's throwing a, all right, so that's the story right here. She's throwing a coconut, I think. Yeah, I've been there, Peter, right? Like, you're like, why is and it's so easy on the EM10 to accidentally dial in exposure comp, right? Because the dial is so loose. They should have made that dial a little stiffer, but anyhow. Yeah, it looks like she's bowling. And what's this dude doing? He's checking out somebody over here. Somebody off camera. So, all right, so I spent 2 minutes just on that. Yeah, I'm just gonna go vertical. Just like that. Maybe a little bit tighter. Good. I wonder if I can, that still works. Let me look at another one. Fair. All right, close enough. Now I'm gonna come over right there. Now I have, wow, this lens, this kit lens is amazing. I'm always impressed by how sharp it is. You know, that's, but we need to straighten just a little bit, like so. All right, not sure. I mean, I thought saving the color might be the way to go. I think think I like black and white better. I'm going to do that. Pull this back, pull the shadows. We need just a little bit more in her face. Okay. Right there. And then I can pull this down. Pull these back a little bit. Oh, I'm out of time. All right, let me just do a quick vignette. And all right, I have to call it. So that's kind of, I'm not crazy about this crop either. It's okay. I'm about 80% satisfied with that. I'd rather be 90%, but there's the color. I hate the fact that I'm losing the color because there's lots of interesting colors. But it's still hard to see that she's throwing something. I feel like a square crop. I'm sorry. I just have to. I'm going to try square. And just have her in the top thirds. There. Now it looks like she's throwing something. All right. Final answer. This is my final answer. I thought the tall crop with the palm trees and everything would be interesting, but if I'm trying to tell the story of her throwing a coconut, the taller crop didn't work. This works. Randy, how are you, my friend? Finally got out of bed, huh? And I think this is a viewer edit. So let's go to the viewer edits. I think I got everything. Oh, that looks okay, huh, Peter? You like that? Yeah, I think this works better. This crop. Maybe crop out these wires too. Now you got me all excited here. Crop out the wires a little bit. And just come back. There. Anyway, now you can see her face too. But okay. Let's go to the viewer edits. So I need to go into this folder. And I can't remember what the original image looked like. Let me pull it up real quick. It's right here. So this is the original image. You can see it's just very flat, but it was foggy, right? So that's why it's a little bit flat and low contrast. But just keep that in your mind. That's what the original looked like. And then let's see what people did with this. We must embrace the fog. So this is, who did this one? This must be Walter. So Walter takes care to, yeah. Walter always takes care to put a little watermark of who the photographer is. But that's cool. This is a good edit. We don't need this sidebar, right? Yeah, this is a good crop and a good edit. I think it, you know, because the other image, you kind of kept the fog, but you brought the colors in, which is good. And this one is just a little more contrasty, right? Yeah, so yeah, a little more contrast from Walter. I'd have to go with this one. And then this is this, let's see, this, let me guess, Surge or no, Neo. I'm gonna guess it. Well, there's no framing. Who would do this? I gotta guess. I'm leaning towards Surge or Neo. Because Neo's really good. Let's see who it is. Chan, oh my goodness. Somebody else totally. Awesome job, Chan. I really like this edit. I like the muted colors here in the background. There's still color, but it's muted. And then all the muted colors everywhere else, and good tones overall. You made sure the light really draws the eye to the center. Yeah, nicely done, right, Chan? Good job, good job. Oh, that's from last week. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, I think we saw those. Oh, this is interesting. A little rough on the brushing job, because right here you can see it's been brushed in manually. But other than that, this is an interesting approach. I think if you get a little better at brushing, this is an awesome edit. Let's see who did this one. I can't even guess who did this one. It doesn't look like anybody. DeMorgan. God, I should have guessed that. Dang it. All right, DeMorgan. Good job, though. I like this edit. A little bit rough on the brushing part, but everything else about this image I really like. And an excellent cropping. I really like, yeah, the crop feels totally different, right, Wu Dang? I really like the crop on this one. And this one, oh wow. Okay, so we got this weirdo tree right here, front and center. So I like the processing. I'm not crazy about the crop though. Yeah, 5.6 would have been better, right? But let me see. I was at ISO 200, 1/100th of a second. So 5.6, I would have had to crank the... You see, I'm shooting with an E500. If I raise the ISO anything over 200 on this camera, oh my God, the grain is like horrendous. So I didn't have much choice with this. That's why I had to shoot wide open almost the whole time I was at this place with this camera. Because you get the ISO 400, 800, I would have had to been, let's see, 2 stops. I would have had to been at 400, I'd have been at ISO 800 at least. And that would have destroyed this picture. So that's why I shot at f2.8 on this. Anyway, yeah, I like the processing. I just don't like this crop. Okay, let's go to the next one. All right, this is Neo. I'm gonna guess. Let me see who it is. Surge, dang it. Surge did this one. Surge is still here too. Sorry, Surge. You think you know somebody and then you look at their picture and you don't know them at all. This is awesome though, Surge. Really good job. This is I like what you did with the colors. They've been tinted to kind of a, I don't know. But the green is more blue and the reds are more orange. I don't know, really good. Yeah, that's right, Wu Dang. Let's see what you did. Oh, wow. Who is this one? This was from John Follows. Wow, this is a really interesting. I would have never thought the crop on the log. This is totally different. Where is this in the scene? It's all the way to the right. Wow. Good processing though. Again, the crop I'm not a big fan of, but I really like the trees back here, how they came out in this processing. Wow, DeMorgan loves this crop. Wow, see? Different strokes for different folks, right? I'm not a big fan of the crop, but this is really good. The processing is excellent, though. Wow, okay. Wow, Walter likes this one too, really? Okay, who's it? John. Okay, so crowd rules. This is a good crop. I would say that I like the processing better personally. Make amateur golf adventurous, and then you got Mr. Trump there. That's hilarious. Who is this? This is probably Neo. Yeah, see? Neo is always a joker. He's always like doing these composites. Usually he puts me in the composite and then has some sort of, I don't know. But anyway, yeah. I love the one he did where I was the Terminator on a motorcycle. That one was great. I wish I had kept that one. But this is cool. Really good job compositing. It almost looks like he should be in there. Yeah, Neo's the composite master because there's just no, I mean, there's very little, you know, very few artifacts. Everything looks really good. All right, wow, look at this one. This is a monotone, but it's been put into sepia. I would say Lauren, but I know it's not Lauren. Lauren never edits my pictures, I don't think. But this is cool. Any guesses who did this one? I wonder. I can't even begin to guess. I like this one though. Yeah, I'm leaning towards this is my favorite. Marcel Van Cottem. Wow. Good job, Marcel. Yeah, very dramatic, right, Walter? I would this is probably my favorite so far. Oh, Marcel is here. Robin Wong would say too much editing. Yeah, I like this one. All right. What's this? Wow. So somebody put some light rays in. If the light rays were a little more focused, I think this would work better. But they're too spread out, so it almost looks like a light leak. Maybe that's the effect you're going for, was a light leak and a film look. In that case, this kind of works. It's more, whatchamacallit, lomography. Yeah, more like lomography, right? But okay. This is a similar crop to what DeMorgan did, right? Kind of on the log and this side. I don't know why this crop, I just don't like this crop at all. But everybody seems to like this one. So that's cool. Okay. Who is this again? Good job, Simon. I see where you're going with this, but I feel like the light ray should be a little tighter beam, and then this would be perfect. Oh, this is interesting. This is similar to what I would do, actually. Really soften the image up. I don't know about the colors, though. You've cooled them off quite a bit. But I like, it's a very different look. I think it's really, really good editing here. Really good editing. It's not the color direction I go in, but this color direction that you chose, you did a really good job with, if that makes any sense. All right, who is this? No, Wu Dang. All right, Wu Dang. Good job. You did this with Darktable, huh? So, yeah, this color palette is interesting. Very interesting. Good job though. I like what you did, how you made the fog look like it was really foggy. And then it's very sharp up front. So And mind you, this is like at least a 10-year-old camera, the E500. I forget what year it came out, but it's old. And you can still get great great shots out of it. Oh wow, what's again with the log? I like the soft black and white. I think that still works here, but I just don't like this log in the picture. I didn't edit this picture myself, but if I did, I would definitely crop that log out. Everybody's cropping it in. I don't know why. That's funny. That's how different I am, I guess, from my viewers. It's amazing. Let me see the previous one. Yeah, the log is there, but I don't like it. When I was framing the shot, when I was there, I thought the log was kind of nice, but then, I don't know. But I like the low contrast black and white that you guys do. You always do a good job. I can never get a low contrast black and white to look good. Oh, this is Dawood. Yeah, so good job on that, Dawood, on the processing side. And the crop itself, I'm trying to see. I'm just not getting it though. You guys like this crop? Any of you? I'm just curious because I'm not getting this crop. All right. Oh, the log was in focus, but the rest was not. Okay. I see. The crops are revenge for crops. For the crops that I do on you guys. It's a log, it's not an alligator. Man, if it was an alligator, I would not be there if I saw it. Trust me. All right, let me look at this one. This one is very green. I think, oh, excuse me, the coffee's wearing off. I think I think a little more, I don't know. I like it though. I like this reflection right here. This part works. So this processing, I like this processing. I would just crop in a little bit more because I don't think the processing works across the entire frame, but it does work very well right here in the middle, the way this is processed. But then when we get out here, I don't think this kind of processing works out towards the edges, if that makes any sense. So, because there's other images that were cropped very similar to this, and the processing worked well across the frame. But if you're going to process this way, I think for this picture, just right here in the middle works best. All right, so let's see who this is before I can't even guess. Image writer, okay. Got it. But yeah, that's what I think. I think the processing is really good for certain parts, but then the rest of it, it falls apart for me back here on the left side and right side. I would say the lower right corner and the whole left side, but everything else looks good. Okay, this one actually, the crop works with the log in it. I think this is what I saw when I framed it in the viewfinder, because it's a regular optical viewfinder in this E500 camera. Where is it? Anyway, so when I framed it, I think this is what I was thinking. So this is good. Yeah, this works. Good color. I'd warm it up just a little bit or cool it off. I'm not sure. The white balance just needs to be shifted in one direction or the other. Well, let me see. Oh, Image Writer's here. How you doing? Oh, Dawood. Okay. I feel like you submitted 2 today. But anyway, yeah, this one, I think I liked your other one better, maybe. This one just needs a white balance shift somewhere, and then it'll be okay. You know, white balance to taste. It's like salt and pepper, right? Just add or subtract to taste. All right. Oh, look at this. This is a really heavy blue tone. Wow. Interesting. I like this one. It's very dark. It needs to be darker at the top. So a little graduated filter. And this would be done for me. Other than that, if I were editing. Okay, oh, you can have 3 white balances. You're right, DeMorgan. I haven't played with that too much. I did a little bit, but I'm not used to it yet. Surge. Okay, Surge, this is another one from you. That's awesome. All right, and this one, this is good. Nice soft focus. I like the color processing done, but there's something a little bit off. Maybe, I don't know, I like it though. This is a good edit. I mean, the original picture was so bad that almost everything looks better. But this definitely looks good. Good framing. This is probably the framing I would go with, or the crop that I would go with myself. I don't know. I didn't edit this picture. I meant to get around to editing this one, but I never did. Okay, who did this one? Ed Krisiak. Nice. Okay, good job. Good job. And this is, wow, this one I like. This one just needs to be a little bit darker with that white frame, maybe. But yeah, I feel like this image is more true to what I was seeing with my naked eye. Just a little bit warmer, that's it. But other than that, this is pretty close to what I was seeing. And so what I would do is, for me, I would make it a little bit, just a little bit darker. And then it would be perfect. Okay, let's see who did this one. I don't know. I can't even guess on this one either. Antonio. Okay, Antonio. Good job. I feel like this is very close to what I was seeing. Very close. Just a hair darker and it'd be perfect. Oh, wow. This one is hardcore on the fog. Good processing. Good job keeping the sharpness in the foreground. This is a nice edit. Again, this is similar to what I was seeing, but this looks a little bit fake with the fog is a little bit too heavy in the front. But it's a nice edit. Something's just slightly off, but I like it. Good job. Good job on this one. Yeah, another fog embracer, right, Wudang? Definitely. Roberto Di Donato. Okay. Okay, good job, Roberto. I like it though. Let me full screen it. Yeah, this one needs to be framed with something. If we frame this a little bit, like put a white frame or something around it, I think it would work. Oh, last one. Okay, nice job, everyone. I'm a little torn between this one. Who did this one? This was Marcel's. This is cool. Like, you wouldn't know. I'm a little torn between that one and there was one other one. I think it was maybe Surges, or I can't remember now. These are all really good. Is this Wudang? Yeah. I'm a little torn between Wudang and Surge here, I think. For my personal favorites. Yeah, Ed is good. Yeah. So, tough call. Tough call. These are all really good. Dawood did a good job. I mean, these are all great. So again, I'll try and put these on my forum tonight or by tomorrow morning at least, so you guys can look at them again and get some ideas maybe. So I'm going to call it. So everybody, thanks again for joining me today on my photo editing live stream. It's always a lot of fun. I'm sorry, I'm running out of steam here, but good edits today on my photos. Hopefully you like the edits I did on yours, and I'm going to do this again on Thursday evening, so hopefully we'll see you guys then. Either way, thanks for watching.